New life begins. Christ set you free. Chains are broken, hearts redeemed in His mercy. We are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living water, overflow our soul. No more sorrow, no more shame.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. You're a Muslim?
Yes.
All right. Can you
All right. So
what it does mean to say you are a Muslim? What does that mean?
it's just my sort of family thing, I guess.
It's what?
I guess you could call me an agnostic theist if you really wanted to like be specific.
No, are you a
But
Muslim or not?
Muslim, yes,
So what agnostic theist, what does that mean?
because like I believe in certain Muslim things, but at the same time, it's kind of like I'm a bit confused, if you know what I mean.
So there's things Muhammad he said you don't like?
I suppose, yeah, but I was trying to ask a question about the Bible, if that's okay.
Yeah, but this, you know, for me, you see, my topic is Islam. I don't mind to talk to you about the Bible, but after I finish with Islam. So
Oh, okay, I apologize. I can hang up if you want.
no problem, no problem. So what, like you said, there's things you don't like and things you like. What you like in Islam?
To be honest, the things I like, I hear some people like it's kind of like I hear people disprove it a little bit. So I'm less sturdy on the things I did like before, if you know what I mean.
So what do you like? Still,
So like
I'm not getting at the point. What do you like in Islam?
well, what I basically heard is that Islam is more consistent with the Old Testament, right? Because I thought that the Trinity was not found in Old Testament, in the Old Testament, like the Torah, right? But I hear that, you know, in the book of Genesis, you have the Word, you have the Spirit floating over the waters and whatnot.
Exactly.
What it seems like is, yeah, the Trinity is in the Old Testament. So I mean,
yes, the Trinity. Is not a word you will find. The Trinity is a summary of a belief, right? So if we look for the word Trinity, we will not find it in the whole Bible. But if we look,
right, exactly,
who is when we see the Father, we see the Spirit, we see God is, you know, God came to Adam as came to Abraham as a man. So I mean, the Old Testament is full of a proof. Yeah.
Right. And the other thing was, I sort of thought that Islam was work is compatible with Judaism than Christianity was, because I heard some like rabbis, right, they're talking about the consistency with Islam and how it's more compatible with their beliefs and whatnot. But I hear the sort of deconstruction of that viewpoint I had was, I hear other rabbis talking, and, you know, I hear, you know, if you know who Dr. Michael Brown is, you know, I've heard his point of view on it. So it's sort of like I even hear rabbis talking about the Trinity and whatnot, if you know what I mean.
See, my friend, first of all, Islam have nothing to do with Christianity or Judaism, except Islam trying to copy other belief, to be a continuous of a collection of religion. Islam is not a religion. Islam is a collection. It's like a, you know, like if you go in the Quran, you will find that Muhammad, he promised the Christians and the Jews and the Sabian to go to heaven. Now we can let the Christian and the Jews,
right?
Yeah, we can say, okay, the Christian, the Jews, because supposedly they believe in the same God, blah blah blah, according to Islam. But how in the world the Sabian, they will go to heaven when they are people who worship stars? You know, how?
Right, and like Christians, they believe that Jesus is fully man, fully God.
Not only that.
He's completely incompatible with.
If you read the books of the Sabian, right away you will see that the Sabian believe that Adonai, the God of the Jews, he is the devil.
Wait, the Sabians believe what?
The Sabian, they believe, you know, one of the names, or they say words the Jews they use for God, like Elohim, Adonai, Hashem, etc. So in their book they mention that Adonai is the devil. Their God Adonai, he ordered them to do circumcision, for they are following the devil.
Right.
So the Sabian,
that seems inconsistent.
The Sabian, they are the enemy of the God of the Jews. All right. So how three of us became one suddenly?
Yeah, right.
You know?
It doesn't really. Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't make sense. That how could Christians go to heaven in an Islamic viewpoint if they believe in a viewpoint that is completely contradictory with the Quran?
And remember, Muhammad is speaking in his time. This is not about like previous Christian. They might say, well, oh, he's talking about previous. No, it says, "Inna alladina amanu," those who believe. Read it. This is a Muslim translation. Those who believe now in the Quran, and those who follow the Jewish scriptures, and those who they are Christians, and those who they are Sabian, they are, you know, they have no problem. They will go to heaven. Okay, how that can be?
Right.
No.
Yeah. Right.
So, my friend, I mean, why you still call yourself a Muslim? So you should denounce Islam and say Islam is false.
I mean, things like that, they require a lot of research, you know. Because I still need to do a comprehensive study of the Quran and whatnot, because a lot of what I've heard is from, you know, people like, you know, David Wood and whatnot. So it's not like a, you know, it's not an easy thing to do, if you know what I mean.
Why not easy? I mean, you are smart or you are not smart? Do you have a brain or do you don't have a brain?
I'm not smart. I'm not smart.
I don't, you know, I don't think so. I think God, He gave everybody a gift, but sometimes people, they make it rust. You want to keep your brain in rust?
Right, but it's also some things about Christianity that I just don't understand, right?
My friend, let us focus first in Islam. Why you are staying? Why you keep saying you are a Muslim when you are just with me making fun of the Quran? I just
It's
heard
by
you.
default. It's
What default?
I mean, it's
what
just by
default, my
default.
friend? No,
It's by default.
no, that's not default. So your family are Muslims and you are born as a Muslim. So now you believe that this is by default. This is not true. I'm not going to follow my parents just because they're my parents. But what if they are worshiping Satan? What if they are evil? What if they are, you know? So we should not do that.
Right, exactly.
And already you already made your own comments about negative comment about the Quran and the teaching of the Quran. So why you call yourself a Muslim when you are making fun of the Quran?
Again, I'm ignorant. I have no idea. Islam could be like the best thing ever, and maybe I just not heard of. Maybe I didn't read like the, you know, far into it enough, you know.
My friend,
Because I really,
how Islam
I
is the
haven't been
best.
studying for. I haven't.
Listen.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying, you know, I'm ignorant, right? I haven't studied far enough
My
yet.
friend, stop saying
So I
you are
actually have no
ignorant,
idea.
my friend. You just say it. You just made fun of them. You just made fun of the Quran. So obviously you are overcome the ignorance of Islam. So you are yourself. You say that make sense, and that doesn't make sense, and that doesn't make sense. So whatever you call yourself as ignorant, you know, all of us, we have some form of ignorance. I am ignorant in English. I don't, some words I don't know how to pronounce them, but that will not hurt me, you know. And for you already, you made comments saying it clearly that.
Oh yeah, okay, but there's another thing actually. There's another thing, right? So the thing is, I see a lot of Christian apologists, right? They interpret the Quran through the lens of, right, the Hadith, right? Of course. I mean, but the thing is that there are certain. Have you looked into specifically other sects of Islam, or just you mostly focus on Sunni, right?
No, for me, I study all of it. Doesn't matter because Sunni.
Oh, you even study Shia. You even studied Shia, right?
Yeah, this doesn't matter. All of them, they are the same madness. You know.
Yeah, I haven't looked into the Shia tradition.
My friend, don't waste your time with Shia and Sunni. We don't care really Shia or Sunni. This is Quran in front of us. This is, you know.
Right, but
the Shia.
What lens do you?
If you think that the Shia don't approve what the Sunni have, you are mistaken. They approve most of it. The only problem with the Shia and the Sunni, when it's come to the family of Muhammad, mostly. Anything have to do with Muhammad and his family, that they disagree
No, it's not.
about.
It's not just that. It's definitely not just that, though. They have a whole Hadith collection. They have a lot of different things.
No. You see,
like
they quote Al-Bukhari, they quote Sahih Muslim, they quote At-Tirmidhi.
Oh,
they quote.
No. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
I'm very sure, my friend.
I've not.
I'm very sure. I can show you from every Islamic Shia.
Well, I've only heard them from what I've heard. They only really quote it when it's sort of supporting their viewpoint.
My friend,
if it says something like,
my friend, do you think you know?
Like a lot of
you know about Islam more than me?
No.
Okay, so let us not
you
waste.
Definitely know more.
Okay, so let us not waste time. Shia and Sunni, they have different books, yes, but both of them they quote each other to get each other busted, and at the same time they approve what they wish.
Yeah.
They approve what they wish.
Okay, I 100%. I 100% agree on that.
They approve, and by doing that, they approve. You know, like now a Muslim, he quote for me the Bible, right? He says to me, Jesus said, Lord, Lord. You know, not everyone says, Lord, Lord. So
yes,
by quoting this, you are proving it to prove me wrong, right? But you approve that Jesus is God by quoting that verse. The Shia is different. The Shia, they quote it and they accept it. They accept it. Like as an example, they want to believe, they want to say that Ali is the best. So they quote from Sahih Bukhari and they say this is true. This is it correct.
Yeah,
hadith.
I've seen that.
So they don't reject all Sahih Bukhari. They don't reject all of Sahih Muslim. They they pick up their let us say filtration system and they use it, and whatever good for them they take it, and anything they don't like it they throw it away. However, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they worship the same God. They have the same stupid teaching, but both of them, they have, let us say, different fantasy stories. As an example, Ali, he was in India and he was in Baghdad, he was in Iraq in the same time. He's everywhere. The family of Muhammad, they are created from the light of Allah. Why? Because the Quran, they have different interpretation for the Quran too. Like when the Quran says that Muhammad is a siraj, as an example, siraj, which means a lamp. So they say, Allah here, he's saying that Muhammad is light for the world, and his family, all of them, they are made of light. And they believe that there used to be 5 stars.
Bit, right?
Correct. So there used to be stars in the forehead of Allah, and from their light, from the light, their light, Muhammad is just a visible image of the light of Allah. So he is a light, made of light, and they use this verse, chapter 33, verse number 46, to prove it. And you can go open right now the Islamic interpretation of the Shia for this verse. All right? And
wait,
now,
so which surah is it again?
Chapter 33, verse number 46.
And they basically say Imam Ali is a light.
No, they say Muhammad, yeah, all of them, they are light. And Muhammad, Ali,
Oh,
Fatima,
Muhammad
and their children, all of them, they are light.
Right.
Yeah, so they are not a human.
It
like
doesn't really.
us.
I'm not sure if it actually says that.
Even the
though,
Shia, no, I'm sure. And the Shia, they say that before Allah, when Allah he created, this is the long time ago. Allah he created Muhammad, and then he sent him in a ship of knowledge to learn. And then in his way, in his trip, he sweat 124,000 sweat, or a drop of sweat, and from every sweat, Allah created a prophet. All right. So those are Shia books. All right. Yeah.
Wait, which one? Kitab al-Kafi or?
All of them. You can find those stories all over. Those stories repeated in many books. You
Yeah,
can go to the Shia library.
I haven't done enough research on that though.
Anyway, my friend, I'm not here to discuss with you really. I mean, let us focus in you.
All right, apologies.
Why you call yourself a Muslim still? I mean, it's funny, it's stupid, it's dummy religion. Are you stupid? Are you dummy? Are you funny? Why you wanna consider yourself a Muslim?
I'm like, again, it's something like, if you're trying to, if you want to denounce your beliefs, that's something that you have to give enough thought to. It's not something you can just do on a whim.
So you are calling me, my friend, I'm not trying to insult you, but you are calling me and you made fun of the Quran. And until now you did not make decision. So you are making fun of the Quran based on what? If you don't not make decision.
I didn't. Well, you can have, I mean, you don't have to necessarily agree with everything.
No, you have.
Most Christians,
No. You see, a Christian who don't agree with the Bible, he is no Christian. A Muslim who don't agree with the Quran, he is no Muslim. That's not to play games. So you have to agree, either, because you cannot be selective. So if you show me something in the Bible, I cannot say, oh, you know what? I don't believe in this. This is not right. Either you believe, and this is a Christianity, or you don't believe. Same in Islam.
Right.
And especially here in the Quran, the one who's talking is Allah. It's not like the Muslim trying to sometime to quote for us a phrase from the Bible says that's Satan. He said, but this is Satan saying. This is not God. I can show it. But in the Quran, even when Satan is talking, Allah is the one who's talking, because the one who report the Quran is Allah. You know what I mean? So for you, you are convinced that this book is full of trash. So why you still?
I never said that. Never said that.
You did.
All I said was,
no. You made fun of.
All I said was that the view that I guess I critiqued it in a way, but all I said was that the view that Christians could be saved, and then on the one hand, and then on the other hand, it contradicts itself. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. But I'm not saying that the whole Quran is I'm not saying it's full of trash. Again, haven't done a comprehensive study. I've read it, but
So
I
it
guess
it,
not
it
close
have
enough,
some
if you know what I
trash,
mean.
not full, some trash.
No, I mean, again, maybe I don't understand it, but I haven't.
Okay, let's make it
It's not like
clear.
I haven't.
Do you
I've
do
not
you do
given it
you
enough
believe?
thought.
Stop telling me I don't document it. I'm not too comprehensive. You did. You just told me you searched about the Trinity. You found there's a Holy, there's a Spirit. You found that God has a Spirit. You say you found that mentioned in the Old Testament. So you did. Same time we showed
Of
you.
course.
I showed you the second verse about the Sabian, and you agree. I mean, this is kind of doesn't make sense, right? You agreed. So you already agreed that the
Yeah.
Quran have things doesn't make sense. So do you agree with the Quran or you don't agree?
All I'm gonna say here is that I don't agree with that specific verse.
But you cannot, my
If
friend.
I
We
find
just
more things I
agree.
disagree
We
with,
just
yeah, of
agreed,
course I
me
would.
and you, that this is impossible. Either you agree with the book or you don't agree. If one verse you decide to throw it away, that's mean you throw the whole book.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay, so now you are out of Islam.
Well, again, there could be something I'm missing, but if it does turn out to be false, yeah, of course I would.
I have what?
But I don't want to like I okay. All I want to say is that it's in order to denounce a belief. It's not something easy to do. It's if you know what I mean.
No, I do not know what you
Because there's
mean.
still I'm not I'm still
You
I'm
know,
s-
I will tell you something. I ate a chicken and then the chicken is causing me poisoning. So what I do, I throw it out. I throw up. Have you ever heard of something called to throw up?
mm,
Okay, so it was delicious food when I
yeah
ate it, and then when it enter my stomach, it caused poison. And then my body
yeah.
automatically reject that food, which is food. It's not really, it's just still food. Still, my stomach refuse it. So do you have a stomach to swallow this garbage? I mean, look, the same chapter we are reading about Muhammad is being lied. This lied, Allah, He gave him a promise saying to him that any woman she want to give herself to the
Mm,
Prophet so the Prophet can have sex with her. What does have to do with God? Think about it. You are a
I have no
prophet.
idea.
Okay, so obviously this man, he's making it on Quran, making Quran just to, you know, yesterday, I don't know if you were watching, an Arab guy, a Muslim guy, I think he's from Saudi Arabia. I asked him the same question. I showed him the hadith where Aisha, she get jealous, and she said to him, oh, I see that your God, he rushed into your desire, Muhammad. So Aisha, she felt like this guy, obviously, he's a scam. He is making verses just for sex. I mean, this guy already have many wives. Why Allah he need to send him a verses saying any woman she want to give herself to the Prophet so he can do boom boom with her? What does have to do with God? Muhammad he sent to tell people about God. Okay, we got that. Muhammad is a prophet. He sent to be light for mankind. We got that. What the light for mankind
Mm.
have to do with sleeping with my wife?
I don't know.
No, you know, come on, man. You know, you are smart. I mean, you know, you are not a fool. What does have to do with so you are a prophet of God coming to my door?
Okay,
Hey,
but I
you
have to
know,
know that it
hey,
really says that
yeah,
because
hey,
yeah,
Khalid,
because I do.
Khalid, Mr. Khalid, I am a prophet of Allah and I like your wife, man. Allah gave me this verse says, any woman I like, she offer herself for
Because
me.
it's okay. Because here's the thing, right?
Hmm?
The scholars that I know,
Yeah.
they have a sort of certain verses like that, right? So I hear people like you, people like David Wood, right? See verses like that, and they'll interpret that in that
No, no, no,
sort of
I am not,
context.
and
You
I
know, he
can show you.
basically made
No, no, no,
it.
no, 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 no. You see, Christian princes don't do that. I show you the interpretation from their books. Do you want me to show it to you? I can give it to you in Arabic. You can go into Google
Which
Translation.
which books? Which books though?
The Islamic
Which
Sunni,
books?
the Sunni translate the explanation, not mine.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, right?
Okay,
The
I
scholars that I talk to, they say, oh, you can't trust the Sunni
I
translation. You
can
know,
show you the Shia.
that's what's so confusing about it. People have
Are you a Shia?
yes,
All right. Why you don't say that from the beginning?
Shia background, Shia background.
Why you don't say that
Because
from the
there's a
beginning?
difference between there's a difference between what I personally believe and what my background is, and sometimes they overlap, sometimes they don't. If you know what I mean.
All right.
So yeah, go ahead, show me
Yeah.
if you could show me the Shia
Yeah.
view
Oh, let's
because
see. If you say to me from the beginning that you are Shia, you will save me from a lot
I could have
of.
saved 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. No, no problem. You know.
No, I'm
Uh,
just
yeah, it's okay. No problem. All right. Let us go to the Shia interpretation. I'm just looking for an official.
Wow, your live chat's really nice. Your live chat's really complimenting me.
Well, you know.
Oh, okay. There we go. They're actually. I'm not even joking. They're actually people complimenting me.
Don't look about what people say, because sometimes people, you know.
No, there's some nice people. But there's
I will tell you about compliment. It doesn't mean that it's good sometimes, even if it sounds good. You know, my mom, she think my mom, she think I'm the most handsome guy in the town, but she's my mother. You know. All right.
Right.
Yeah, I am trying to open the Shia website. It's not opening. There's a Shia library website. This is very well known. For some reason, it says you cannot reach. Is blocked.
Oh, okay.
But let me see. Hold on. All right. You know Tafsir al-Mizan?
No, I have no idea. All I know is I know about Kitab al-Kafi, and I know about yeah, that's about it actually. Yeah, but it's a trusted Shia tafsir,
this is
right?
old. Yeah, this is you know, they trust them.
Wait, could you say it again?
Al-Mizan, which means the scale.
Al-Mizan, Tafsir al-Mizan.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
And it's trusted by most Sunni, Shia schools of thought, right?
Yeah, but you see, I'm trying to, because I wanted to go to Shia library, but it's not working. Let us see here. This is Bihar al-Anwar. This is better. Okay, it says. Okay, this is. I will put it for you on screen. I will give the link in the chat. All right. So you can you can click, and you can. I don't know if you speak Arabic. Do you speak Arabic?
A little bit, but I'm not very good at it. But I know a bit more than like a complete beginner.
No problem. You can use Google Translation. I just post the link for you. All right. So here, this is Bihar al-Anwar. You know, it says here.
Oh, Bihar al-Anwar. Yeah, I know about that one.
Yeah. Okay. They are saying here. They meant the women of Quraysh and his cousin and the cousin of the cousin, blah 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 blah, etc. And women, they immigrate with him, which means Muhammad, he can sleep with them. Then he says, وَإِمْرَأَ مُؤْمِنَةً وَهَبَتْ نَفْسَهَا لِلنَّبِيِّ أَيْ. So, which mean we made for you any women who you believe in the oneness of Allah, and she offer herself to you without dowry. And a woman, she is not believer, she is not lawful. If the Prophet, he wanted to have sex with her, يستنكحها, which mean, this is the second part of the verse in the Quran, that this will be functional, or the mark of it, that the Prophet having sex with the woman if he wish, which mean if he have a desire. And then it says here, you see, it says خَالِصَةٌ لَكَ مِن دُونِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. So they are quoting sentence by sentence, and they give explanation. And then it says, which is a privilege only for you, not for the rest of the Muslims. All right. Now, this is the Shia. Right. Okay. Why Allah want to make a privilege for the Prophet about women they offer themselves? This is Shia now. What do you think? What does this have to do with God?
Yeah, nothing. Shouldn't be giving special privileges.
And why this Prophet, he have a privilege about sex and about money? I mean, he should be actually, Jesus, he washed the feet of his disciples. And when they refuse, they said, what are you doing? You are our Lord. He said, if you don't let me do it, you don't belong to me. I don't know you. So the privilege of Jesus, I want to wash your feet. The privilege of Muhammad, I want to sleep with your wife. You see the difference?
Yeah.
No. So what does have to do? The first question you need to ask yourself, what does have to do with God? And why does God, he is worried about women he's saying to them, okay, I will open for you today. We have a discount. Okay, we have a Black Friday. Hey, Black Friday. Any woman she want to give herself to the Prophet so the Prophet can do boom boom to her? What does this have to do with God?
Yeah.
Right. So this is the Shia, and you are a Shia,
Right.
so it's the same. The Sunni or Shia, it's the same. And then the verse after,
Yeah.
look at the verse after. It says, "Waturji man tasha," and if there is some you don't like to sleep with, you can delay them or you can refuse them. This man, he made a verse saying, "Anyone."
Wait, I'm confused right now. So is Bahar Anwar the Hadith, right?
Yeah, this is Bihar al-Anwar. Actually, they are even showing you in Bihar al-Anwar. They are showing you other reference too. But this is, I just gave you the link. Did you open the link?
Yes, I did. I'm on the link right now.
Yeah. This is Aqidah.com, which very much Shia website.
Yeah.
I think it's very famous for you. And you will see here, you see the page number? You see there's the page number. You will see page number
181.
Yeah, you can use Google Translation. If you have somebody who speaks Arabic, he can translate to you. Maybe he can translate better than mine. Not because my Arabic is not good, but maybe because his English and Arabic is better than mine. You know. But obviously here, Muhammad, he made another verse because there's women, they are coming and he don't like them. So he said, "Oh Allah," he said to me, "if there is some women you don't like them, you can, or you like to not sleep with them right now, you can delay them." I mean, what is that? Is that a bazaar? You know, come later, you know? "And though may differ or turn any of them as he please." This became a please, you know. This is God, is, you know. Did Musa, he make a special rule for him about sex, or he gave a law for all the Jews and he was the first one to follow it? Muhammad, he have a privilege. If you go to the books of the Sunni, they say that he have 16 privilege. 9 of them is about sex. 9 or 10. Sex and money, sorry. What kind of privilege is that? Why he need a privilege? So when somebody, he says to me, "I'm a prophet," and then I have to examine.
So what would you say to someone who says that, like, what would you say to someone who says he needs more wives because he needs to take care of more people? That's essentially, I'm not claiming that. That's the claim I've heard.
My friend, okay,
from
so
scholars.
So let us make it this way. There's people who make donation to me. All right. Let us say there's a woman, she said to me, "I want to take care of you by sleeping with you." I mean, this is stupid, isn't it? What is different? There's no different. So you cannot make, you cannot take care of a woman unless you sleep with her. You know? What is that? I mean, what is...
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah. So,
because it's not just marriage we're talking about.
You know, offering yourself. So you are making conditions. I will not support you unless you take off your pant. I mean, what is this? You know, how this can be from God? You know. So we cannot find any excuse for those things because simply they are stupid and nobody can defend them. You know. Yeah.
Right.
And you know, the Shia, they have. I mean, like I don't know if you watch me all the time. How long you watch my videos?
I've found your channel like last week.
Oh, okay. You know, you know, the Shia, like we make fun of the hadith of the Sunni, right? But if you read the hadith of the Shia, you will die. Sort of you will die laughing. You know.
Yeah. Okay. If you could refer me to those, I would appreciate it, because the thing is that when I hear Sunni hadiths, I've been told my whole life, oh, the Sunni hadiths, they're completely wrong. The Shia hadiths are way better. I've never. But that's the thing. I haven't seen much from them.
As an example, you said you know the book of Al-Kafi, right?
Yes.
Okay. In the book of Al-Kafi, I think in chapter number 5, it says that when you have sex, don't talk when you have intercourse, because if you do so, your child will be mute, will not talk. You know, how in the world this can be? I mean, you know, what is this? So we make fun of the Sunni books, yes, but Shia books is not better. You know, Shia books is.
So what would you say to the response? So I brought that same objection once to Imam, right? And he told me, oh well, they're not all 100%. If there's a hadith that contradicts logic or contradicts the Quran or contradicts science, you can't take it. That's what you told me.
No. You see.
And that even then,
now,
that didn't make sense to me.
The question is, how come now it doesn't make logic? Why it was making logic all the time? So it was holy, but because they don't want to lose you, leaving the cult, and they cannot defend it, so they come with this excuse. But this was their logic for the last 14 centuries.
Well, yeah, they would say.
I found the reference.
It's not authentic.
No, it's authentic. This is the book of Al-Kafi. This is the same as Al-Bukhari for the Shia. You know, this is the same as Al-Bukhari. It says here. This is the reference. As I remember, chapter.
Is there a chain reference here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it says like Ali bin Muhammad bin Bintar and Ahmad and etc. and Ibn Qasim and
that's helpful. That's helpful.
Yeah, and Abdul Abu Abdullah alayhi salam. He says, don't talk when you have sex, because you will inherit, or your children will inherit, to be dumb or mute. I mean, if you read, the more you read, it's stupid things. I know, like, you know, if you read it, you will die laughing. I advise you actually to read the book of Al-Kafi, so you can see how stupid it is. I mean, so the Shia or the Sunni, it doesn't matter really. I mean, both of them, they have a lot of stupid things, and it's hard even to comprehend the stupidity. Let me remember other stupid things. You know, it says, do you know about?
I'm surprised you've actually studied it, because there's not a lot of Christian apologists who actually know about this stuff.
Well, most of those, you call them, you know, like you mentioned to me, David Will, etc. Those people, they knew what is translated in English, and they read, you know. But all the Islamic books, 90, maybe 99% is still in Arabic, not in English. Let us see. Let us see some of the books of the Shia. What do you say about who is the Imam according to the Shia? How we know that somebody is an Imam, which is a sign?
He's from the you mean infallible Imam or like regular?
No, the Imam who would lead.
Because Shia can have a regular Imam.
No, there is an Imam to lead the nation, the one who lead the nation.
Oh, you mean the infallible? Okay, yeah, that would be like from the
Al-Mahdi as an example. Al-Mahdi,
lineage of Muhammad, right?
Like Al-Mahdi, you know,
lineage from Muhammad, and he basically they make the lineage from Muhammad, and according to them, they make no mistakes.
How we know, you know, and actually, no, it's even go for both. Actually, if you go and read the interpretation, it says, whoever is an Imam, a real Imam, not a fake Imam, it says here, بول الأئمة وغائطهم سبب دخول الجنة. Which mean the reason to go to heaven, if you are a Shia, is to drink the piss and the pee of the Imam. And then he says, and it is not for in the piss of the Imam and their poo-poo. Anything is bad or dirty. Nothing, nobody smell. But it is as a perfume, you know. And then read carefully, and I will give you the page number. بل من شرب بولهم وغائطهم ودمهم يحرم الله عليه النار. And the one who drink their piss and their poo-poo and their blood, even their blood, Allah, He forbid him from entering fire, and he must enter heaven. And then he says, he mentioned to you here the book, the other reference. It says أنوار الولاية لآيات الله الأخوند, etc. and page number 440. All right.
Did you put it in the chat?
Yeah, you let me find you an official website for this, so I can post in the chat. Give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, the Shia or the Sunni, I mean, we have the same madness. The Shia, they are more into worshipping the family of Muhammad. The Sunni, they worship Muhammad, and then they follow the enemy of the family of Muhammad. Here we go. This is the book. Actually, this is the same Aqidah. So this is a Shia website. It's okay. Let me post it for you. All right, here we go. Let me pause for you. All right, here we go. This is the link. Because I don't wanna give you a link which is not really an official link, you know, because you might say, oh, this is this website is not official, you know.
It.
So yeah, I just posted for you. I don't know if you can see it. Is the link showing?
Yeah.
Oh, people, they
okay,
are.
So this is
okay, people are saying no screen, guys. Easy, no screen. I will show you. I was looking for the person for the reference. Take it easy, take it easy. Here we go. They are screaming, saying there's no screen, no screen. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, hold on. You know, there's many. I mean, I show you this website, and you can check the reference. I advise you always, if somebody said to you something, don't take it for granted. Just, you know, go and see. Look at this hadith here. Let us see. The issue is the Shia website, the one Shia library, is not working, which is the best website actually to show reference from. This is official, but look like they did not pay for hosting, so the website is down. Let us see here. All right, this is a Shia website too. Let me show you this hadith. This is from the book of Al-Kilani. You see, for some reason, when I try to open Al-Kilani book, this is a Shia library, I click in it, it doesn't open. You see, I click, it's not opening. This is the best Shia website, shiaonlinelibrary.com. You see here, this is Al-Kafi, page number 388, volume number 1. It says here, the Imam, he have 10 signs. First, he will be, you see, it's not working. It says the site cannot be reached when I click in it. So it's, and you're unlucky. I mean,
yeah, the resources are scarce. What you can do is you can go on the, you could be able to go on the Internet Archive.
I want the Shia website. I don't want.
Maybe you'll find it there.
I want. Okay, here. Okay, let us see this one. It says here, the Imam, he have 10 signs. Number 1, he will be born and he is circumcised. Okay. And if he fell in the ground, he fell in he fell in his ass. He will fall in his ass. Okay, you know. And no, he sorry,
we're off to a bad start.
I did not quote it. You know the rest. You know the rest. If he fell in his ass, what he will say? You know, right?
No.
Okay, so the Imam, if he is an Imam, truly an Imam.
Oh, you highlighted it?
No, yeah. If he fell in his ass, he will say Shahada right away. Like he fell in his ass right away. The second his ass touched the floor, he will say Shahada, and he will not have, if you have orgasm, he will not get dirty. You know, he's still clean. And his eyes sleep, but his heart never sleep. And he never do yawning, and he never stretch his body. and he can see from his back as he see in front of him. And ونجوه فساؤه وضراطه وغائطه, and his smell, his fart, his piss, his poo is the smell like musk. And here it says to you, the book is Al-Kafi, page number 319, volume number 1, Kitab al-Hujjah, the book of Hujjah, the chapter of the birth of the Imams. This is the Shia, and you are Shia, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, and you will see right away, we were talking about the Shia, they called the Sunni, you remember? You remember? So here, if you go down, you will see them.
Sorry, wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
You remember I told you that the Shia, they quote only what they like from the Sunni?
Oh, right, yeah.
So look here, they are trying, they are answering somebody a question, said, and it's mentioned in the books of the Sunnah, many hadith about drinking the piss of the Prophet. You know, by the companion, as an example, the mother of Ayman, and the mother of Yusuf, and etc. And then the Prophet, he says, the one who drink my piss, Allah will not, he will not, like the hellfire will not touch his stomach. So he is saying, well, if the Sunni, they believe in the same thing, why they are laughing at us?
That's one thing they agree on.
You know, yeah. So the Sunni, they believe in the same thing, why they are laughing? You know, what is different is going to make if it's Muhammad or Ali? You know, you see the hypocrisy of the Sunni. The Sunni, they make fun of you as a Shia. That because you believe that the fart, you know, the Sunni, they have hadith about the fart of Muhammad is like a musk. Actually, when Muhammad he do poo, the earth swallow his poo. This is the Sunni. The Shia are the same. You know, so Shia and Sunni, the difference between them,
they apply that to the Imams, right?
Yeah, and then the Shia and the Sunni, if something, let us say, fit with their propaganda, they would accept Shia hadith. You know. Like here they are here they are quoting from for them وقال الحافظ ابن حجر, so they are quoting for you from the Sunni books, etc, 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 you know. So the Sunni, they have the same stories, and he is saying to them, okay, is the Shia, because the one is asking questions, saying the Sunni, they are making fun of those hadith. What I will say to them, he say, hello, they have the same stories, let me show you. All right.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So Shia and Sunni, they are two faces of one coin, and that coin is called a stupid in the language of currency. You know?
Right.
So what do you think, my friend? You still want to be Shia? Sunni? Shia Muslim? I mean, I have to admit.
Not really.
I have to admit. You know, see, I think, I don't know your name, but I think I am an imam, because honestly, when I go to the bathroom, there's no smell. Alhamdulillah, you know. And once I fell in my ass and I said shahada, okay, and I will tell you a secret which nobody knows. I was born circumcised. My mom, she said the cat bite it, but I don't believe her, you know. So I mean, this is the Shia Sunni, it's the same madness, same garbage. This is all, you know. But today, you know, in this world today, Muslims, they don't want to face the truth, because the second he stands in front of the mirror, he will see that he is a camel and his back doesn't look good. You know, they attack others, but they cannot see. Like what you can say about Jesus, you know, what bad things you can say? Nothing. But they attack us for believing that Jesus is God, but yet they are the one who worship them. I mean, we believe Jesus is God, but we don't say when to drink his pee, if you have any. You know what I mean? I mean, we are the one who worship him, but we don't go like we don't go stupid and mad. So they are the one who say we don't worship men, yet they drink their piss.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. What kind of shoes you wear?
Are you asking me?
You wear black shoes?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the Shia, what the Shia believe about black shoes?
I'm gonna guess it's like a bad omen, right?
but the issue is,
yeah, but you could say, but you could also say that like, the stories about Jonah or any of the other prophets are ridiculous. But to me, that kind of seems unfair if you're going to say that one of those miracles
no,
are
you
ridiculous.
see, I
but the
mean,
other one
okay,
isn't.
okay, no, I'm not saying. You see, when it's come to miracle, I say it's a miracle. But what the purpose of those
Yeah,
things?
do you know what I mean?
You know, he speak the 77. What is that? I mean, where is he, and how they knew that, and where they got this from? You know. So you know, this is beyond. This is not miracle, and this is the son of Muhammad. What does have to do with even with God? I mean, is he a prophet? So what the Shia did, they took the grandsons or the children of Muhammad as gods. Very simple, you know.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah. So what we can, you know, who can defend that?
Okay, in that case, I guess I would object to that because it doesn't make sense to give an imam, for example, the ability to speak 70,000 languages.
I mean, everything about those imam is that they are like gods. I mean, like,
so yeah, I guess
the guy, his space is holy, and if you drink it, you go to heaven. And his fart is musk. If he fell in the ground, he will fall in his ass for sure. And then right away he will say shahada.
Right.
I mean, this is an act of worship, you know. This is why if you go to Iraq and you are a Shia,
Right.
if I go to Iraq now, if I make fun of those hadith, they will kill me right away. You know? If I go to Saudi Arabia and I make fun of it, they will not, because
100%.
they are Sunni, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, but you do the same. You do the opposite, vice versa.
Same
thing.
And next to the grave of Al Hussein, they have a problem. They are out of dust, out of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because the Shia, they are taking the dirt, because the hadith says that the one who eat the dirt, he will go to heaven. You know. This is why if you go, you know, there's videos on YouTube, you can watch them. You know, their videos. They are fighting over the dirt. So the mullahs there, they keep putting dirt in the ground because there's no dirt. They put dirt around the mosque because the Shia, they go and they each one of them, he want to grab as much dirt as he can, and he will eat it. It's not the dirt you take it with you, you will eat it. Why? Because the hadith say so.
Yeah.
The hadith says that if you eat the dirt of the grave or around the grave of Al Hussein, it is holy, and if you eat from it, your disease, your illness will be you will be healed. You know, so those poor people who they are, you know, poor, they are not educated. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is the highest imam right now in Iraq, and they are asking him. This is the Imam As-Sistani. This is his website, official website. All right, and he is the highest imam for the Iraqi Shia. This guy, he can go for war. Actually, he is the one who launched the war against ISIS because they are killing Shia, and he is the one. Because of him, you know, tens of thousands of people join, take arms, and they fight the Sunni. So the question here. Is it okay to eat?
Wait, I know this guy.
Yeah. Is it okay to eat mud and dirt? The answer, you know, no, it's not okay, except the grave of Al-Imam Al-Hussein for the purpose of medication. And it's not allowed to eat any other dirt. You know, you can use Google translation, you know, translate.
Sistani, that's his name.
Yeah. I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying this is what they believe, you know, this is what, you know. So they are asking him, is it okay to eat mud and dirt? Read it. I use Google translation. Eat mud and dirt. Question, what is the ruling of on eating? I mean, you will not find those things except in Islamic websites. You will not find a Christian saying, I want to eat mud. I mean, okay, a Christian, he's calling a priest, says, is it okay to eat mud? I mean, what is that? Why in the world do you want to eat mud? You know? And then he says, no, it's not okay to eat. It's forbidden to eat. Read with me carefully. Answer. It's forbidden to eat clay or mud, which is soil mixed with water when it is diluted, as well mud, which is dry, clay, etc. And then he says, except from, let us see where it says that, except from the, I hope the translation is not gone. Where is the translation of Al-Hussein? I don't see the, what happened to the answer. Answer, it's forbidden to eat clay. Yes, there is nothing wrong with that, is mixing with the grain, with early, like dirt, grain, example, consumed there, you know, etc. But you see, the translation is gone. The translation of Al-Hussein is gone. Yeah, it was saying it clearly that except the grave of Al-Hussein. You know, here it's gone. Yeah, here we go. Actually, here. Sorry. It's not gone. It's here. There is an exception. So in the beginning, he says, no, you cannot eat clay. All right, you cannot eat clay. However, he says, clay is excluded from the clay of the grave of Imam al-Hussein. See it? For medicine purpose. Here the translation says hospitalization, but it's for medicine. So you cannot eat clay, you cannot eat mud, it's forbidden. But it is, if it is from the grave of Al-Hussein, you eat it. Sure, you eat it. There's nothing wrong with mixing it with water and, you know, and yeah. How is the soul of the grave? So
is there like a scriptural basis for that?
Eating the second soul.
Is there a scriptural basis for Sistani saying that?
Sorry? What you saying?
So is there like a basis for Sistani saying that? Or
yeah,
is
sure, because this is coming from the
when Sistani says you can eat
from the highest Imam, from the children of Ali, you know. He's not making things up, he's just agreeing this is true. And then he says eating the sacred soil for healing is either by swallowing it and swallowing it, or by dissolving it in the water, you know. So the Shia believe if you eat the mud of the grave of Al-Hussein, that will heal you, you know. That's why they are fighting. That's why they keep adding soil next to the grave. They are out of it. You know, there's millions of Shia every year. They go to visit the grave and they are fighting over the dirt. And you know, like you are talking about tens of millions coming from Iran, coming from etc. So it is what they believe. Are you going to believe in that?
Well, no, I wouldn't. But
no, it's up to you. If you want, it's okay. I have
what Sistani says.
I have connection. This is not about Sistani, my friend. This is not a Sistani. A Sistani is confirming what is written in his books. He is just a scholar. He's saying yes, this is true. You know, you should do that.
Yeah, in that case, I don't. In that case, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean,
if there's actually a basis for that.
But why you don't try it yourself? You should try it. No, there's a basis for sure.
Edible.
This is like you can find it in the book. It's called Mafatihul Jinan, the keys for heaven, page number 547. This is where Sistani is getting this reference from. And then if you eat different dirt, then you will become hypocrite. If you became different dirt, if you go to the book of Al-Kafi, very number 2, you will see if you eat dirt, you will become hypocrite. But if you eat the dirt of Al-Hussein, then that's good for your health. You will, you know, if you are sick, you will not be sick no more. Yeah. I mean, it's endless. I don't know. So what do you think, my friend? You will stay Shia? You will still call yourself Shia?
I mean, based on that, I wouldn't.
So you would call yourself Muslim?
I mean, based on what you said, probably not.
That's wonderful. So you left Islam, my friend. I'm so happy for you. You know, you're a person who decided to use his brain, and obviously this is not a religion. I mean, what is this? This is not. We exist in the year 2021. And still there's, you know, a human being will believe in this. So as long as you decide to leave Islam, and I'm so happy for you, you know, you made your mind. and you come to the conclusion which is should take from long time. It took me some time to convince you, but it's okay. What about you accept Christ? What do you think? As long now you are, what do you want to be, an atheist? What do you think?
Well, I have actually, I mean, again, I still have objections that some certain things about Christianity I don't really understand.
Okay, ask me. I'm here with you.
Okay, well, that's actually, okay, so basically the gospel, right?
Yeah.
Jesus dies for atonement of sins, right? Because he's perfect, because he's God in the flesh, right?
Okay. And
so why do you have to accept like Christ in the first place? Wouldn't his death essentially atone for everybody regardless of whether or not you accept him? If you know what I mean?
no, I'm trying to, so you are saying why it is a must to accept him to go to heaven?
Yes.
Okay, okay, let us say I'm a firefighter, all right? And then I come to your house, and I say, well, hey, next month, you will have a fire in your house tomorrow or after 5 minutes. And there is a problem in your, let us say, gas, it's leaking gas. And you don't listen to me. And I come to you again and say, hey, listen, you will have fire, you will be burned. And you don't listen to me. You don't have to. You don't have to accept what I'm saying to you. But then the fire come and the fire will eat you. So you see, here in Christianity, there's a free will, not like in Islam. So it's your will who decide what is necessary for you. It's not God. God, he says to you, I want to save you. I love you. But if you don't love me, I can't force you. So it is not the necessity for God, it's necessity for you. You make decision as you wish. You know what I mean? Like he don't.
So you essentially have to accept it first in order for it to apply to you.
No, he don't force you to do evacuation because of the risk. He asks you to do it. He advises you. He tell you about it. And then if you decide not to go, well, you are responsible for your decision. You know what I mean? It's not a necessity for him, and it's not necessity for you now, because you are free to make your decision. You don't want to believe him, don't believe in him. Okay, that's your business. But he warned you. So when the day come, you don't say, oh, you are not being fair to me. You see, like now the atheists, they say, okay, what kind of God is God is? He given us a choice. He say there's a choice, but he says, if you don't believe in me, you go to hell. Yes, this is a choice. It's a choice. At the end of the day, it's a choice. Don't believe in him. If he is not true, anyway, you will not go anywhere. You know what I mean? If he is not true, you will not go to hell anyway. So yes, it's a choice. So it's a choice you make. It's not him who need you to make the choice. It is you who should see if you need it or not. It's not me even to tell you if you need it or not. Maybe you don't want it. Maybe you don't want to, you don't believe. Maybe this is a joke. Maybe Christianity is the same as Islam. Maybe it's a lie, But for me, when I look at Christ and what he did, and there's not like Muhammad, there's tens of thousands of witnesses. Like when Jesus, he feeded the thousands of people. When he made the blind see, he did not make it in a room where there's nobody there, Like two people, they start saying things, oh, he did this. There's always a lot of witnesses. You will not find almost single miracle and there's nobody there. It's impossible. So what Jesus did is not what man does. I can claim to be God. I can claim to be prophet. I can claim to be whatever I want. But I cannot claim to be Jesus, because simply people will get me busted in 2 seconds. Like what happened to Ahmad Mirza Ghulam in India. He claimed to be the Messiah. Second day, hundreds of people came in front of his doors. They brought him blind people. They brought him people cannot walk. They brought him people that have skin diseases, etc. And they said, okay, you are the Messiah. Do what the Messiah do. You know what I mean? Aren't you the Messiah? Go ahead. Show us what you can do. So if I can do what the Messiah can do, then I can claim to be the Messiah. So it's not just saying words, otherwise talk is cheap. I can say I'm Messiah, you can say that, you can say you are God. But then people, they have to say to you, okay, do what God do. The Muslim, they will come to us and they say, okay, God, but he is a human. Well, if God, he cannot come as a human, he cannot be God too, because there's nothing is impossible for God. That's why we call him God. So if it's impossible for God to be God and a human at the same time, that means there's something impossible for him. You know the logic? That means there is something impossible for him to do. That means we strip him from the word God. He's not God no more, because there is something impossible. Almighty God is someone, there's nothing impossible
they claim that,
for
like,
him.
being fully, they claim that the dual nature of Jesus, like fully man, fully God, is contradictory.
No. Well, why is that? You see, when the Muslim, they say that the Spirit of Allah came to Mary, and you ask them, who is the Spirit? They say this is Ruh al-Qudus. Who is the Ruh al-Qudus? They say this is Jibreel. Okay. How he is an angel, and he is a spirit, and he is a man? So if they say an angel can do that, but the God cannot do that, that's a joke. So that's mean the angel is more powerful than the God.
Yeah,
God.
I see what you.
Yeah. So
I see what you mean.
Was the
because there's certain attributes about God you can't.
Was the angel Jibreel?
Yeah, there's like certain attributes about.
And an angel in the same time. They say yes. So you see the hypocrisy. He is a man. He came as a man to Muhammad. This is what Muhammad says. He came to him. He squeezed him 3 times. Correct. And then he came again, before he came to Mary as a perfect man, according to the Muslims' interpretation. So is he an angel when he came or not? They say yes, he is an angel. His name is Jibreel. They say yes. Okay, but now he have a private part of a man. He have the Quran says, فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. He came to her as a perfect man. So he lost his, they call him Holy Spirit. Is he still holy after he became a man? You know what I mean?
Wait, I actually have another question.
Okay.
So you're familiar with Bart Ehrman, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like a common Islamic claim that basically they quote Bart Ehrman because Bart Ehrman says that the Synoptic Gospels don't claim the divinity of Christ, but only John does. And then specifically the claims like I am the Father are one. Nobody comes to the Father but through me. I'm the way, the truth, and the light. Like those claims are only in the John's Gospel, and then Matthew, Mark, and Luke don't have those claims. And Bart Ehrman kind of uses that to claim that the divinity of Christ is not found in. It was a later invention.
When somebody he made
what is your
when somebody he made a claim based on what? He made a claim based on historical discovery, right? Because he's not a believer himself, right? So we have tens of thousands of shred. They are not in the form of a book, but they are shred, and they are confirming what it says in Luke and etc. So he's talking about, okay, we have the earliest book we have, which is a whole book. This is what the Christians is based what they say when they would talk about. But all of us, we knew that even the heretic belief, which is the Council of Nicaea, they met to fight it. Even those heretic, they believe Jesus was God. So how we reach the point that even those who we believe they are false, and us, all of us, we agree that Jesus is God. Like there is heretic belief that Jesus is God, but he's the Son of God, yes, but he was created. This was the purpose of the council. So, but they still believe he's God. But there's a point he wasn't exist. So how we reach the point, and Christianity is carried through generations, father to son, son to father, brother to sister, from the time of the disciples. The books is written in the books like made from the Burdi. Burdi is like a papers, form of papers from Egypt, or the way they did, like the one who discovered it is Egyptian supposedly. And we have tons of thousands of a shred, and none of them contradict the Bible, none of them. So when this guy he's talking about the full form,
right.
We have in the early centuries, or he's talking about what we discover, like let us say we did not find it, but we there's no book to find it. To make it simple for you, did he find there it says he's not? No. He's saying he could not find in those shred, little tiny paper, you know. He could not find a sentence. But we don't have the whole, we don't have the page, we don't have the book. We have a shred. So how you can confirm it's there or not? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you have a letter, and this letter you rip it apart, and then the wind came, and then only there is one piece to stay, but this is not even from the same chapter, from different chapter. And you say, okay, this is what we have now. So where is this verse? So the study this person, actually even the same man, he said there's no book in history is preserved as the Bible. No book is preserved as much as the Bible. So he himself, he witnessed that there's no other book is really, because it witnessed in the books of, you see, in the early history, not by the Christians, by Greek people, by people who don't believe in Christianity. They say there is people who they are, etc. In this day, Jesus Christ, he is their leader. He was a crucified. They believe he's God. He's the Son of God. So wait,
sorry, can I address your chat real quick? They're asking me something.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat, a few people actually are asking me to talk to Sam Shamoon, and I just want to say to you guys, I called Sam, and he basically blocked me for no reason because he thought, I don't know.
It's okay, guys.
It wasn't really nice to me, so I can't really talk to Sam.
Guys, please leave me speak to the guy, and leave me from this and that. He's talking to me. When he is done, he can go to somewhere else. My friend, everybody have his own reason to believe or not to believe. And I saw, and millions of people, they saw what this person who he said, and why they are not living, Christianity. You see, like one of the statement he said, that there is an update in the Bible translation. Why? Because every day we have a new discovery. But the new discovery confirmed the old books. It's not working the opposite way. You know what I mean? It's not working the opposite way. It's working this. It's for our benefit. So if there is a new discovery right now found about the Bible, like now do you remember the news about the Dead Sea Scroll? They found that it's fabrication.
Yes.
They found it's a fraud. After all this noise, all this media talking about it, and then they found that all of it, this guy who sold them those things, it was a fraud. He made it in a very good way, to the point he did fool them. And now they discover it's a fraud. So you can search it right now in Google, right now, you know. So new discovery did not oppose the belief of Christ. And let us go with him. You said it's only in the book of John, right? Okay. Well, is John number 1 is exist? Yes. John number 2 is exist. Chapter 1, verse number 1, verse number 2, verse number 3, verse number 4, verse number etc. Verse number 14, where it says, "And the flesh became a man." I do not need the whole book of John to prove that that Jesus is divine. I need the first page. If that page is there, Jesus is divine. Even he mentioned, like, okay, it says me and the Father is one. But what about the rest? Every book, every page in the book of John, it says Jesus is God.
Oh wait, I know what are you basically trying to say that it doesn't? It's, if you take it by itself, then it can still, you can essentially consider that true, even if it's just that one page.
Yeah, even if it's a page, because simply, you see, if this is the page and we agree upon this page, that's it. It's enough. If his problem is saying he was divine or not, well, use your logic. Okay, it doesn't say in that page that the Word is God and the Word became a flesh. Okay, who is the Word who became a flesh? The Bible says from the beginning of the book of John, I am, etc. Speaking about who? Speaking about a person, his name is John the Baptist, who witnessed for Jesus, and then etc. And then John, the Word is God, and this God, he became a man. Who is this God who became a man? That is Jesus. What is the purpose of the book of John? Jesus. Right? So if you want to try to find excuse to say, oh, okay, in the old, I cannot find such etc. in the book of Luke, you know, because not because it is corrupted, but because we don't have the oldest books. There's a huge difference. You know what I mean? Because it's written in papers, those books, they dissolve by themselves. You do not need even to burn them. If you leave them in the shelf for hundreds of years without touching them, they will be damaged. They are not done in a professional way. They are not done by, they are poor people. Those Christians, they are poor people. They are doing everything secretly. They cannot even carry the Bible with them. Until the year 330, and after that, the Christians were underground. So it is not for them to make books to publish. The books are secretly used. So we don't have, there's a reason for those books are to be, let's say, not to be preserved, because it's made from, the material is made from, it is dissolved by itself. It's food. Simply, it's food. This kind of a food. It's like making a book from rice. Paper made from rice. Okay, by the time it's going to be dissolved. It's going to be damaged. The humidity will damage it. The weather will, the heat will damage it. So, and then you will find that after the Christians became a kingdom, then the king, he made books written on leather. And here you need to ask yourself a question. Those who wrote the books in leather, they wrote it based on what? They must have books at that time, which is between their hands, to copy from here to there, right? You know what I mean? If I am exist in the year 300.
No, I'm a bit confused.
Okay, I am exist in the year 300, and I'm going to write the Gospel of Luke.
Right.
All right? But how I'm going to write it if I don't have a book to write it from? I decide to make it in leather now. So obviously they have books. But those books, they could not be preserved until now because they are made in the wrong material. So when they copy those books and they put them in the leather, the books which is in the papers, which is demolished, there's no need for them. You know what I mean? They were not thinking about preserving the book written this year for etc. because now those books are useless. They are like shred. They open the page collapse. It's like you have a book, like in your house, and the book is damaged. You want to keep it? Maybe you keep it. You can sell it for good money in eBay after 2,000 years, But it's not you who will sell it; it's somebody else. So the reason they did not, because simply we have now books in leather, and the king who became a Christian, he is the one who ordered. Okay, those books now we copy them, we put them on leather. This is why those books who they are fully preserved are the one who is written in leather. So what is the problem? It was using material problem, not the Bible is not exist. Because in order for them in the year 300 to write the Bible in leather, they have to have the original one, that is say something written in years ago, you know what I mean? Which is not in leather. And then they can copy. They cannot just imagine it from their head, because the Christian, as you see, the Christian, they met and they made a council to fight heresy. They are debating about what? They are debating about verses in the Bible. Correct? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they did not debate about something they don't have. They were debating about the same verses. All of them, the heretic and the Christian, they were debating about same verses. So both of them agree that those books are the same books. They are not fighting over the books now. They are fighting about the meaning of it. Let us say a philosophy thing.
Oh, okay. I see.
When Jesus Jesus exist when before the world created, or Jesus he exists? Yes, before the world created, but still there's a point where God he created a son. This is what the heretic they come with. The Christians, they said, no, Jesus was exist from the beginning, because the Bible says, by him and for him, everything is created. So when they were debating about books they have, not books they don't. So if the books they have is not preserved because of the nature of the things, of the material it's made from, the reason, very simple, we have it now in leather, so why they want to keep the old books? If this book is going to be damaged anyway.
Okay, yeah, I understand now.
So like it's like you
right.
have
I'm not really
you have a rusty dish, okay, and you have a new dish now. So why you want to keep the rusty one which is having holes in it, and you have the new one, which is written in leather. So we have now, finally, we have books we can carry around. We are not worried about it to be damaged because the material is made from leather. Those books, even you cannot carry them.
Okay.
You know,
yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So, so the reason it's not because it's not preserved, it's the opposite. It's preserved. Otherwise, we will not have the books in leather, because who is going to write the book of Luke if we don't have a book of Luke? Now, do you think the Christians, they will agree? Okay, you can create for us a people, you know, those people, they were fighting, they were going to war over it. I mean, this is how serious for them, the issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
They are going to war for just an idea, to believe that Jesus is not exist from the beginning. He is a created, not about the corruption. It's about the corruption of the meaning, of interpretation of ideas that exist in the Bible. So they were not fighting over a book is exist or not. They have the book and they were debating about the books.
Yeah.
So when somebody says to me, and when this guy himself, you know, the one you quote his name, he said there's no book is preserved as much as the Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, how much you want, even the enemy of the Bible, he witnessed there's no book is preserved as the Bible. And if we agree with his statement, there's no book is preserved, and we agree that it's mentioned that Jesus is divine in one of those books, that means he's divine. That's it, because it's preserved. He just said it's preserved. So all the idea is a joke. And you know, the more we discover things,
that makes sense.
The more we find more historic evidence, the more things is confirming our belief, not the opposite. So time is not working against us, even we are going away from the time of Jesus, because the more we go away, the more harder it is to find, let us say, very early evidence. You know what I mean? But then when you go and see, even in the book of this guy, you will see historians speaking about Christians worshiping a person, his name is Jesus. So why in the early, before even the Bible is written, why the early people, historian, they say there's a Christian, they worship a person, his name is Jesus? Why they want to say that? So when people, they say, and they are not Christians, and they are Roman or Greek, and they are enemy of Christianity, and they say, though, why the Christian they've been given to as food for the animals? For what? The Jews, they exist in the Roman Empire, and the Roman, they don't feed them to the animals. You know what I'm saying? The Jews, are not throwing, they don't throw them to the lion. Okay, well, if the Christian, they are just same as the Jews, they worship Elohim, then they should be throwing both of them. Correct?
Right.
If we have the same exactly word by word,
so you're saying that,
so there's a reason the Roman, they hate Christianity, but they don't want to kill the Jews. The Jews, they were citizens, they pay tax like everybody. They are not considered Roman citizen, but they are citizens who live in their empire. So they did not throw them for the lion to eat them if they are Jews. No, but if you are a Christian, they will do that to you. So what the problem? The problem is that the Jews told the Roman, from the story from the beginning, when the rabbi, they asked the king that this guy, he is doing blasphemy against God, he claimed to be the son of God, he claimed to be God, and we want him to be killed. That is the objection of the Jews from the beginning. Why the Jews, they want to kill him? You know what? For what reason? If he is a Jew like them, they will love him, they will support him. So the Jews, they went against him for a very simple reason, because he said, I am God. And the Roman, they agreed with the Jews that this is against their teaching, but the Roman didn't want to get involved. But then when the Christianity started spreading in the empire, the Roman, they tried to fight this faith. It became risky for them. The kings, they thought, the king of the Roman, they thought, okay, those Christians, they are going to replace me with a Christian king. Those Christians, they are coming to me with a king, his name is Jesus. Even they call him the King of Kings. You know what I'm saying? So the Roman did not, if we are just the same as the Jews, then the Roman, they will not be killing the Christians because we are the same as the Jews. And remember, all the disciples of Jesus were what? They were Jews. You know what I mean? The disciples of Jesus themselves, they are Jews. So why they want to kill the Jews? Why they want to kill only those Jews, but they don't want to kill the other Jews? Those are Jewish who follow Christ. This is their crime. And they believe that Christ is God. So from the early time of Christianity, Christ is God. And additional to that, you know, this man, he did study only certain part of history of Christianity, like let us say Hebrew and the Greek. But we have the Aramaic, we have the Ethiopian, we have the Indian, we have the ancient Aramaic. You know, when we say a scholar, you know, we wonder what scholar he is, a scholar in certain things. Not in everything, not in all. Like we have very ancient document exist in the Aramaic Christian church, as an example, the Aramaic and Mosul, you know, that when ISIS, they enter, the priests there, they try their best to hide as much as they can as ancient documents have to do with the Bible, let us say a manuscript. We have them. So they did not study everything. We have tons, and we have the mosaic. You know the mosaic? You know what is mosaic?
The
Mosaic
no.
is a Christian art where all stories in the Bible are documented by stones.
Oh, mosaic, yeah.
Mosaic. Sorry, I say it in my own language. We call it mosaic. Okay.
No, I thought you were saying mosaic as in like Mosaic law.
No. Yeah, this is an art.
I got confused for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, this art is additional preservation of the stories of Jesus. What we will do with those? And they are exist in the early Christianity. Some of them, they go almost like 60, 70 years after Christ. So this art is other preservation for what happened to Christ. You find it in the floor of the churches. You will find it in the walls. The more we discover, the more churches we discover, the more we find. I mean, like we have a story about when Paul went to Damascus. This one exists in mosaic. All of them, they exist in mosaic in very ancient churches. Even the room where Paul himself, he went and he slept, they have it until now. So we have a lot of a preserved history. And when the enemy of the Bible says there is no book in the history is preserved as much as the Bible, so then what we can say after that? You know?
Right.
At the end of the day, you know, everything is about belief. You know, either you believe or you don't want to believe. However, for us, we are people who question. We are not going to follow blindly. But we have endless number of evidence about Christ. We are not blindly believing. It's not true. The art proved the Bible. The old manuscript proved the Bible, and nothing can be considered contradiction. They will say to you like, okay, you have many versions of the Bible as an example. This is different translation. This is not version. This is not a version. You know, the Muslim, they have Yusuf Ali and they have Shakir, etc. But all of them, they are translating from the full books we have, which is written in leather, not in the shred. But even the ones in the shred are in total agreement with the books which is in leather. You know what I mean? So if somebody says I could not find in the old, etc. those verses, but he don't have the whole page to find it. You know what I mean? It's not only the verses.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, the book is not there. Even the book is not. I mean, you have a shreds. You have a shreds. So they make a claim, and their claim is not logical. But if you are a person who is looking for something to fight Christianity, you can accept them. Why not? You know. But we have many.
Right. Sorry, I don't want to waste your time, but I just wanted to ask some in the comments. So, do you know why like Mark and Luke didn't use what's called high Christology, unlike in John?
You see, everybody he speak to
like why those authors didn't use it.
No, you see, when I speak, when I write my book in English, I speak to people who speak English, and I use language which is fit with those who are going to read my book. So the language, let us say, there is every country have every nation have their own culture. So when I write to the Greek, I'm speaking to Greek people. Greek, they have different logic. When I write to the Hebrew, they have different logic. So the story is the same, but the language is different, and the language will make the story, let us say, go in certain or written in certain way. But it's not the different story; it's the same story. But because we are speaking to different people who speak different language, then we have, you see, like in English, you say. Let us say you go now right now in the chat and you say lul. Can I go and say to someone in the Middle East now lul? Who will say, what is that? You know? But there is a word equal to it.
Yeah.
In Arabic language I can use. So you cannot use words doesn't fit with the culture because they will not understand it. So the language of the person first to present the quality, the way he think, and the way he write. Same time, we believe that all the writers are inspired by God, which means, yes, it's different way of writing, and this is the reason actually to have 4 books. Otherwise, we will have 1. If all of them they will write exactly the same way, then why we need to have 4? You know what I mean? So the 4 they complete each other. Right. So now
they're addressing different audiences.
Yeah, like now you said to me about John that this man he said in the book of John we don't find in the book of Luke, but imagine if we have 1 book, then we cannot find it no more. Right? So obviously there is a reason to have them in 4 books. Number 1 is to speak to other people in different languages. Number 2 is to witness to the story from your point of view. Let us say if I am in your right and you say something and your face is the other direction, all right, I can describe what you say, but I can describe your face because I wasn't in that side. So each witness, he witnessed a side he saw, a side he knew, a side he believed in, and all of them in total agreement. So let us say the 4, they give you 4 dimensions of the story, not different story. It's like when you take a picture, you take it from one side. What about the other side? What is in behind? You know what I mean? All pictures are still missing.
Right.
All pictures are missing because you don't have the whole dimension. But we have, by having 4 books, we have the whole dimension of the Bible. Like, you know, I mean, we can go and take any story, the same story. You will see the report, they agree with each other, but one of them is giving us extra details, and one of them, he don't need to write extra details because it already is written in the other book. You know what I mean? Because the books are not written in one day. You know, it's written through a period of time. So if I wanna put something there, why I wanna repeat exactly what he just said? I will say if it is important to say because he covered it already. But if there is something he did not cover it and I know about it, I'm witnessing here. This is the book of witnessing. This is not a storyteller. So we witness for the story as we know it. So the writer, he write what he witnessed for, and he put there what he heard and what he said and what she said and what he himself he said. And because each one of them is witnessing, not writing a story, then he write what he witnessed. And we will find that all of them, they are witnessing. Even like the Muslims, sometimes they say, oh, here it says an angel, and there it says angels. It's the same because one angel, I can show you the same in the Quran. You know, an angel he spoke, but there's angels there. Doesn't mean it's only one angel. So if I want to try to find a reason not to believe, I always can find a reason. I can say, okay, I mean, okay, the Muslim, as an example, they say, why God he need to send a son? Well, I can say the same. Why God he need to send a prophet anyway? Yeah, you know what I mean? Why God he need to send books? You know, he just burn you, all of you. You know, you are like ants for him. You know what I mean? So if you want to ask those questions, you want to be silly, okay, go ask them, no problem. But in the Bible, we have an answer. For God, he loved the world. Even this question have an answer for it. For God, he loved the world. He sent his only begotten son. So not because he need, but because he loved his creation. He loved us. So we have different logic and we have different understanding. And always when you have hatred in your heart for something, it doesn't matter how good that thing, you don't love it. It's like, you know, somebody forces you to marry a woman, you hate her. It doesn't matter how pretty she is, you hate her. That's it. You cannot have her next to you for a second. You know. So I see always Muslim, because of Islam promote hatred toward Christianity. They refuse to listen and refuse to see what is the reason even to refuse of Christ. I mean, what he did. If it is the reason saying that Jesus is the Son of God, okay, what about you believe in him as a prophet of God, but don't follow someone like Muhammad? You see, if you are trying to say I'm a person who follow ethic, is it ethical to follow someone like Muhammad? No. Let us say you are a person, you don't like the idea to believe that Jesus is God. Is it ethical to follow someone like Muhammad and leave someone like Jesus? So if you are honest and you want to believe that Jesus is just a prophet, still you will not follow Muhammad. You will follow Jesus as a prophet. But their hypocrisy is beyond imagination.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So in the same time, all what Jesus said, like when this guy, he says, there's nowhere it says divinity. I can't find the divinity in every word in the verses he accepts. This is not true. Everything Jesus said, like, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord. Okay, not everyone says to me, God, God. That is divinity. I am the life. The second he said, I'm the life. Is that exist? Yes. You know, I am the truth. Not only by saying me and the Father is one, that will make him divine. That's not true. When you claim that I am from above, what does that mean? Are you human or an alien or an angel? You know what I mean? So when somebody he make a claim, that claim is not, you know, the claim of this guy, they are good in front of a bunch of atheists, because nobody want to discuss whatever you say. They accept. It's like, you know, a Muslim making a video about the miracle of the Quran. Whatever he's saying, even if it's false, full of lies, they will support it. They will give it a like. Because
echo chamber.
Yeah, because the audience is from the same as the speaker. What about we bring the audience, or let's say the speaker, to someone like me, and let us see what will happen. You know what I mean? Debate is not a debate. If it's like, if you are not a Muslim and I am a Christian, then we cannot say we have a debate. Because if both of us we agree, then there is no debate. So you don't bring 100 people listening to you and you became a scholar because they agree with you. And especially if none of them is in your level. You know what I mean? When you bring someone in this in the stage and he claimed to be a scholar, shouldn't you make your speech in the front of scholars, so the scholars can refute you or agree with you? A scholar should not debate. If you wanna make it, let us say, official debate, a scholar should debate a scholar. Like if I right now want to debate, like now I went with you. I'm speaking to you as if I am like you. I'm not speaking as a scholar. I'm talking to you in a normal language. I'm not using high quality language. I'm not using Arabic grammar. I'm not using my knowledge with you to show you my muscles. I'm just speaking to you. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So, but what those people they do, they speak about topics with normal people. They have no standard of knowledge to answer, to refute. They don't speak the language. Like when a person he speak about what is written in Hebrew. Well, how good is your Hebrew? How good is your Aramaic? What about we bring you someone who's in Aramaic to debate what you said about the Aramaic? Can you handle it? Can you take it? Let us see. So There's many they attack Christianity, and okay, attack it, no problem. But there is many enough reasons, even those who they are enemy of Christ, they could not deny that history is consistent, speaking about Christians worshiping a person, his name is Jesus. Even you know, I forgot the name of the book. It's written by an atheist. He's very famous. I forgot his name. So he said that we cannot deny that, like something like this. I cannot like remember the word by word, but what it's mean. We cannot deny that history speak that there is a person who exists. His name is Jesus, and this is go back to 2,000 years ago. And this Jesus, he used what they call it. He hepatized science to heal people. I mean, look, those atheists who they claim to be scholars. They agreed that 2,000 years ago, history report that there is a person, his name is Jesus. He used to heal people, but he do what? He used a highly, let us say, unknown at that time method to heal them. But you just admitted that Jesus exists and Jesus is a healer. And now you are coming to me with fiction story that at that time there's a guy, he learned science which nobody knows, and he was practicing that science and he healed you. Who is going to believe in this?
Right.
So even the enemy of Christ, they could not deny, because history is overwhelming how many evidence of a person, his name is Jesus, historian. Because remember, those, as I told you, those stories are recorded not only by Christians. There's at that time, there's historian, they used to write down history. And there's many of them speaking about a person, his name is Jesus, making miracles. So the Christians who paid their life, why they want to even fabricate a story? I mean, imagine you throw me to the lion and still I want to believe in Jesus as God. And then you say to me, oh, this is not, doesn't say that in the Bible. I mean, how stupid is that? You know what I mean? If I am a liar, lying about Jesus, I will say I will not believe in Jesus in 2 seconds. They put the gun in my head. I will say, please, I'm a Muslim. Just leave me. You know, no. Those people, they go to death.
I only brought up.
You know what I mean?
Right. I only brought up Bart Ehrman because he's right. I only brought up Bart Ehrman because he's someone who's like a lot of Muslims claim that he proves Jesus is God.
But this guy, the same guy, he don't believe in Islam anyway. This guy don't believe in Islam anyway. So what the point? He's they are stupid.
Right.
But But my friend,
right.
when somebody, even history, even this guy, he agree that Roman, they feeded the Christians to their beast, and yet the Christians don't deny Jesus as God. So how we can answer that? If they don't have books and their faith is not based on something solid, why their faith is solid to the point they go to death and they are happy? There is no answer for that.
Exactly.
You see, their faith, the Christian faith, conquer the power of Rome. It's not a book written as much as their faith. So their faith in what? In nothing? There's no books? But they learn what they learned about Jesus, where they learned from if there's no books. So those people who they are giving their life happily and not in violence, you see, they are not doing jihad, killing people, Allahu Akbar. They are very peaceful. Okay, kill me. Yet I will not deny Jesus. What in the world will make any human being do such a thing if he don't have something very solid between his hand? Nothing. Because he's losing his life. So this is additional very powerful point. And when somebody says a Christian, they corrupted, I mean, why people who pay their life to their faith, they want to change a book? I mean, how crazy is that? And how all of them agree? How you can make it? You see, now we have YouTube, we have Facebook. Right. I have like now people coming from around the world, right? There's people from Asia, there's people from America, there's people from Europe, from everywhere. But at that time, my friend, the Christians, all of us, we agree that the Christians, they spread all over. So those who believe in Christ in India, there's a very ancient church. I think it's called St. Thomas in India. who disciple went there and he taught them and he opened Aramaic church. Okay, this is not under Rome. You see, Rome, okay, Rome corrupted, Rome, the king, he changed the king. Okay, what about the Rome is not ruling Ethiopia. Rome is not ruling India. Rome is not ruling Arabia. Rome is not ruling the middle of Africa, because the faith went all over. So how those people, they agree? How somebody he live in India and there's no internet at that time and there is no Facebook, he have a belief that Jesus is God, and the one who live all the way in Egypt, he believed that Jesus is God, and the one who believe in Greece.
Oh yeah, you're talking about all the manuscripts from different areas, right?
Yeah, there's, I mean, not only manuscript, people, they are living, I mean, why they are believing in the same thing? You know, we should have people who believe that Jesus is not God, and they have a proof of that, but we don't have. We don't have this kind of form of Christians. We have heretic who they came with an idea, okay, if Jesus was exist from the beginning or not. But even those, they believe Jesus is God. You know what I mean? Even the ones who we refuse them, like later we have more heretic, like now we have Jehovah's Witnesses, but those are new, you know. But all those who believe in Christ, still they believe in one thing, they agree in one thing, that Jesus is divine and he is Son of God. So whatever those who speak against Christ, there's tons of evidence, and one of them, as I said, in the early Christian faith, all of them, they paid their life defending that Jesus is God. So if they have no proof of such a belief, why they believe in it? Nobody can say this is not true. So still, I want to invite you to be a believer in Christ, my friend. I invite you, and trust me, there is endless evidence of a Christ. You see, for me, I'm a Christian, and I expose Islam. But the only benefit for me from Islam is reading the Bible. To be honest with you, this is the only gift Islam is giving me. When the Muslims attack the Bible, I go open the pages and read. It's like, you know, okay, I'm being lazy, I'm not reading the gospel, so here we go, the Muslim, they made me go there. Thank you, God. And then the second I start reading it, the second I start enjoying and learning something new. Even though I saw this page 100,000 times maybe. The special thing about the Bible, each time you read the book, you are reading it for the first time. We do not memorize it, but we live it. The Muslims, they memorize it, but they cannot understand the word. Go open any speech Jesus he said and see how amazing, and it fit with your life today, not with people who lived 2,000 years ago. Now we have electricity, now we have internet, now we have different world. Yet any story Jesus he mentioned, it fit perfectly with your life today. Even if you are a professor, even if you are a person who work in Nuke, even if you are a person who work in NASA, still the story fit with you. That alone is a miracle. You will find the Bible speaking about you in the story. You can see yourself in the story. You can see your problems in the story. You can see the solution in the story. So when we say we believe in the book, we don't believe in reciting a book. We believe in living the book. Christ is the living, walking, talking word of God. And that is the beautiful about what Jesus said. For the second we read his words, he is with us. The Lord, he says, every two of you mention my name, I will be between them, which means he will be the third. He is here. Now, me and you, we are talking about, he is here. So, if you open your heart for him, he will be here for you. You open any page in the gospel, in the four gospels, and you will see the Messiah speaking to you. And for me, I don't want to be like the Muslims who speak about science in the Bible and, you know, what science? I mean, what science have to do with someone like Jesus? I mean, what science can explain that a person, he can make a blind see? What science can explain that a person, he can bring somebody from the dead after a few days he's dead? How science can explain that somebody is born of a virgin? No science can explain such a thing. Today with the science, the world is desperate because of little tiny virus. Little tiny virus showed us that our science is a joke. The world was collapsing. So what if we have something more difficult virus? What if we have a virus will kill you in a few hours? With the Messiah, my friend, the power of science disappear, and the stupidity will be demolished, and his living word will live within you. I invite you from my heart to accept him as your savior.
Yeah, I'll definitely give that some thought.
Do you accept him?
I'll definitely consider it.
Do you accept him? I heard you crying.
I don't want to.
I heard you crying.
No, I'm not crying.
No?
I don't want to rush into.
Okay.
No, I'm not crying.
I don't know. I felt like
no,
you
I was
are...
coughing.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. I don't know.
No.
I felt you were like
No.
as if you are almost crying or something. My friend.
No. You definitely have me emotional, but I'm not crying. You know.
My friend, I cannot force you, but I say to you.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I say to you that there is no name better than his name, and there is no person better to follow. And you practice one sentence of his teaching, you will live in a different world. Love your enemy. You will see your mother differently.
Right.
You will see your father differently. You will see your brother differently. You will see your neighbor differently. You will see your enemy differently. You will have no enemies. That is Jesus. He will change your life. Love your enemy. With the Christ you live. With the rest you die. So I say to you, you want to live or you want to die? It's up to you.
I will say one thing, like I definitely don't want to do it like, you know, publicly on like a live stream or anything, because there's a lot of people in your chat and whatnot. They're like saying all this stuff, but I don't want to do it in the. If I do want to accept, you know, that I don't want to do it because of people pressuring me or something. You know?
No, absolutely no. You see, no. Even Christ will not accept.
Right.
You.
I want it.
No.
Exactly.
Even Christ will not accept you for saying something you don't believe in it in your heart. We don't believe in Shahada. We don't believe in such a garbage. You believe or you don't. There's no pressure. There's no people want you to say things. It's not me. I am asking you to join us in the love of Jesus. I am not forcing you. I want you to love him from your heart. And if you feel that you love him from your heart, then you say, Lord, I love you. I want to be with you. It's a free choice.
Right.
Choice of love is not a choice of, you know, if Christ, he love you and then he forced you to believe this, I mean, there's no point of his love. His love is fake. So it have to come from your heart. And if you feel it, say it. If you don't, it's, you know, it's your choice. And I would never think about you as a bad person. Don't think that, you know, but for me, I would love to have you to be saved today, because right now it is 12:15, middle of the night. I might go to sleep and never wake up. Who knows? Who knows? People die young, people die old, people who think they are healthy, they die after 5 minutes. So salvation is not always available, because you never know when your soul will be taken from you. And after that point, there is no return. So for me, it's very important to believe when I have my soul with me, because after that point, if you accept him or not is not going to be matter, because it's too late. You'll be hypocrite.
Right. I'll I'll tell you what. If you could let me like read the gospel by myself, and if I do decide, I'll let you know.
All right. I will be happy to hear you again.
Is that fair?
Sure. No. It's not about fair, my friend. I'm not. I don't want you to. You see, it's not me who will win you to be Christian. It's you who will win, not me. You know, like yesterday and the day before and the day before, we have somebody left Islam.
Right.
You know, it's not me who will win you. You see, I lost my night, to be honest with you. This is Friday night. I should be relaxing. My throat is hurting me since yesterday, and now it starts hurting me again because I do not take a break. I feel guilty if I take a break. But it's not me who is winning. I win nothing from the time I spend with you. It is you who will win. It is your salvation, not mine. But in the same time, you cannot say you never heard me. You cannot say the Lord one day will ask you, did he say that to you? Did he explain to you? Did he spend the time with you? And you did not accept? I don't want to make you feel guilty, but I'm just saying you that there's people who they are warned, and there's people who they are not warned. Like once somebody asked me, what if somebody he never heard of Jesus? What will happen to him? The Lord is all about justice. He will not judge him the same as he judged someone he heard about him. He will judge him by what he know. As he know, as he been told. If the word of God reached to him, then he have no excuse. If not, he will judge him by what God created inside him. So it's up to you. And if you feel like you want to accept the Messiah, I will be happy to hear it. If not, you can call me when you wish.
Right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
You're welcome, my friend. I'm so
It's been
happy.
a good talk.
I'm so happy to speak to you and wish to hear from you soon. All right?
Thank you.
All right. If you change your mind anytime, let me know. Call me and I will be happy
right.
to hear you. Take care. God bless you.
All right.
I'm so happy in the same time that you left Islam, you know. I'm so happy at least he called me as a Muslim, he hung up as not. That alone is a blessing, you know. That alone is a blessing.
In His mercy, we are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living waters overflow our soul. With every breath we glorify His name. He lifts the broken, heals the lame. The cross has conquered fear and shame. We stand forgiven, free from blame. No higher love, no greater King. In Christ alone, new life begins. Christ set you free. Chains are broken, hearts redeemed. In His mercy, we are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living water overflow our soul. No more sorrow, no more shame. We are covered by His name. Grace unending, love so deep. In His promises we lead. No more chains to bind our hearts. We rise again with brand new starts. From ashes we are lifted